What is going on, NFL fans? Jay all day here for another prediction podcast. We have one of my favorite games of the week, the Buffalo Bills playing the Kansas City Chiefs this week, guys. There's a lot of playoff implications in this game. The last three seeds, 5, 6, and 7 in the AFC are all 7 and 5 right now. The Bills are currently out of the playoff picture at 6 and 6. This is a must-win game for them. And with Kansas City kind of falling off the past few weeks, this is a perfect spot for Buffalo to right the ship and get back in that playoff picture. Let's break down the game. Before we get started, if you haven't yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you like my NFL content, ring that notification bell. It really helps this channel grow. Let's get into the game. The Bills are on the road traveling to Kansas City. The Bills have not been very good on the road this year, 1 and 4. And 4 and 2 at home for the Chiefs. The Chiefs are currently the number 3 seed in the AFC, but a loss could bump them to number 4 if Jacksonville wins this week. Luckily for them, their division is absolute trash. The next best team is the Denver Broncos at 6 and 6, and they are an absolute joke. One thing the Buffalo Bills have going for them is they are coming off a bye. And they are underachieving. If you look at their overall season in all the statistical categories, they rank in the top in a lot of offensive and defensive categories. They're just making a lot of mistakes and turning the ball over, so that's why they have this 6 and 6 record. Last week, Kansas City lost to Green Bay in a really close game. Mahomes went for 210 yards, an interception, 1 touchdown, and a 79 rate. So far this year, Patrick Mahomes has been under an 80 rating 5 different times. That's not very good for him at all. Usually he'll go a whole season without going under an 80 rate. He's done it 5 times this year. He's got 10 interceptions on the year, another one last week. He was also sacked 3 times against Green Bay and hit 7 times. His top targets this year are Rashee Rice and Kelsey. But Rice is not super good, and Kelsey, let's call a spade, is getting older with each and every year. He's got a lot of tread worn off on those tires, man. And they can't continue to lean on him by himself week in and week out. Lucky for them, the Kansas City Chiefs rushing offense has been better this year than it has been in years past. Isaiah Pacheco has been very impressive, man. 18 for 110 yards last week for over 6 yards per carry and a touchdown. I mean, Pacheco has been really good, man. He's been so good. He runs really hard, dude. He runs with an attitude. He's that type of running back you want on your team. He fights for every single inch, every single yard. And luckily for Mahomes, he's been able to lean on him a little bit because the passing offense has just not been there this year. Going against Kansas City's offense is a very formidable Buffalo pass rush. They have 41 sacks on the year, guys. That's 3rd ranked in the NFL, and they're 5th in QB hits. Their pass defense is middle of the road, 14th in rating allowed, and 11th in interceptions. The rush defense is not very good at all, guys. 4.6 yards per carry allowed to running backs this year, but their defense as a whole is only allowing around 19 points per game, and that's good for 5th in the NFL. And they're also 2nd in turnovers. So why on earth are the Buffalo Bills 6 and 6 this year? It comes down to turnovers. 20 on the year. That is, 6th or 7th worst in the NFL. Josh Allen has 13 interceptions, which leads the NFL. He's also lost 3 fumbles, man. So 16 turnovers just for Josh Allen. Yikes, man. He's got to protect the ball a little bit better because when he's going great. They're 1st in 3rd down conversions, 5th in points per game, 2nd ranked in the red zone, and they're 2nd in fewest sacks allowed. So this team should be performing a lot better than a 6 and 6 record. So that makes me think they can beat Kansas City this week. Going into Kansas City is never easy, but Kansas City just does not look right. The receivers are not very good. They need to revamp that offense in the offseason, get some receivers that can actually catch the ball. I think Buffalo's going to squeak out a game 27-24. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to squeak out a close game, let's say 27 24. They're going to lean on Diggs, who's averaging 80 yards per game and 7 receptions each game. And James Cook has been very good this year. In 2023, James Cook is averaging 4.8 yards per carry. That's 60 yards per game for him, but he's only scored 1 touchdown. So they need to get him more involved in the red zone if they want to be successful. They got to take some of the pressure off of Josh Allen in the red zone and run the dang ball. Josh Allen is going against a pretty good Kansas City defense. The majority of the season, they've been very, very good. The last week, they were not very good against the Green Bay Packers. 3 touchdowns allowed and 118.6 rating. They've been really good all year, though, man. Very, very good. A lot better than Chiefs teams in the past. We'll have to see if this is a trend in the wrong direction or an anomaly. They're currently ranked 6th in sacks with 39 and 7th overall in QB hits. So they're getting to the quarterback. They're putting pressure on the quarterback, and that's how you beat Josh Allen. You force him into making mistakes. You force him into pushing the ball down the field when his feet aren't set. You got to get him off his spot. But I don't think Kansas City's going to score enough points, man. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Buffalo is going to squeak out an upset victory on the road this week. So I'm going Buffalo. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Do you think Kansas City is going to right the ship and win this game, or is this losing trend going to continue? Buffalo has to win this game. If they want to make the playoffs this year, they cannot fall to 6 and 7, because then they would pretty much have to win out the rest of the year to make the playoffs. They have to win this game to move to 7 and 6, and hopefully one of those teams like the Browns or the Colts lose. We'll see what happens. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know your prediction in the comments below. Peace.